Hi guys, in this video we're just going to create a nice little dripping effect ready for Halloween. So I've got a chocolate cake here that I've already levelled and stacked, and all I'm going to do is cover it in a buttercream. I've just got a chocolate buttercream here, and I'm just going to put it on the top and the sides, and then what I'm going to do is just give it a smooth around with my smoother. I'll put links in the description box below to all the different tools that I'm using as well. I do have another video showing you how I ice and buttercream a cake. I'll put the link to that on screen for you now. So for this cake I've chosen to use a Renshaws ready dyed one, so I've got a nice deep purple colour there that I'm going to use. So I've rolled it out nice and thin, and so it's long enough to go all the way around the edge of my cake, and I'll just overlap it at the back there. So I'm just going to give it a quick once over with my smoother just to make sure it's nice and smooth around the edges. And then once I've gone round, I'm just going to trim the bit at the back, cutting through where it overlaps, and I'll just give it another quick smooth. Taking a sharp knife, I'm going to cut around the bottom edge, trimming off the extra bits of the icing that have overlapped onto my board. Again, just give it a quick smooth, and then what we'll do is we'll move up to the top of the cake, and we're just going to trim the extra bits now off the top, keeping your knife level with the top of the cake. And I keep cleaning the knife off on my icing to get rid of any buttercream and bits of icing that's stuck on my knife, because you'll see it leaves quite a jaggedy edge when the knife's not clean. Now I've rolled out some black fondant. Again, I've just got the Renshaws one that's ready dyed to save me dyeing it black, because when you dye it black yourself it usually goes grey rather than black. And I'm smoothing this onto the top, and again I'm going to cut around the edge so it's in line with the sides of the cake. Now if I don't get perfectly neat edge, I'm not worried too much, because the dripping effect will cover the join where the black joins from the top to the purple on the sides. So we're going to ice the board next, taking the black fondant that you've got left over. And before we get the fondant rolled out ready, what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of water around the board. I'm just going to brush that on so that when we've got the fondant rolled it will stick. So with the black fondant, you're going to roll a really long thin strip now that will go around the base of your cake and onto the board. So just start pushing it against the edge of the cake, and then just gently bring it around so it touches the bottom edge of the cake and sits nice and flush all the way along the board. Again, bring it so it just overlaps at that back bit there, and you'll be able to cut through where it overlaps and just remove those pieces that you've cut. So now what we're going to do is trim it around the edge of the board, so just running your knife so that it runs along the very edge, and then removing that extra fondant that you've cut off. Now if you've got any little jaggedy bits like I've got, just use your fingers to gently rub them off. Now it's ready for our little dripping effect, and what I'm going to use for this is the Renshaws colour melts, which I've dropped everywhere. I've got some green ones and some black ones, but you can get them in any colours. I just thought these went well with my little Halloween theme. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to melt these in the pot. There are instructions on the pot for how long you need to heat them for. And all I'm going to do is just taking a spoon, I'm just going to kind of pour just a small amount of it on at a time. And I do apologise that my hand's probably in the way a little bit in this shot. So don't get too much on your spoon, just a small amount so that it drips down your cake. And you want some bits so that they drip further down than others. And I'm going to do this now all the way around the edge. Again, I've melted a black one now. I've given the green one just 5 minutes to dry. It sets quite quick. And I'm just going to pour this again the same way we did with the green, but just going over the top of the green. You want to try and put just slightly less of the black on so that it doesn't completely cover your green. You want your green to still show through a little bit on the bottom. And you can always, if you prefer, put it into a piping bag. But as I'd used the spoon anyway, I thought I'll just keep using the spoon. Like I say, you can use whatever colours you want. I just thought the black and the green went well with a little cake topper that I've made that I'm going to be putting on once we've put the chocolate all the way around the edges. And I do actually have a video for the topper. Now I'm going to let this set before I actually add my topper. Here he is. So I've just put my topper on a little cake board, and I'm just going to sit him on top of my cake like that. So just to show you, I've done another cake, a little smaller one this time, with a mummy on the top, and for this one I've tried to use a different colour, so I just used my white colour melts for this one. Again, for the topper itself, I do have a video, so I'll put the links to both of those up. You can check out more of my Halloween videos in the description box below. If you've made anything from any of my videos, feel free to pop over to my Facebook page and share your creations with me. It's always lovely to see what you guys have made. Thanks for watching.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.